I'm exhausted, physically and emotionally. First of all, hats off to Memphis. That's a really good football team. They're going to win a lot of games moving forward. Thought we're up 19 at one point in the fourth quarter, and they kept fighting, clawing, almost got themselves back into it. And so hats off to them. And that's a very well-coached football team on that side of the ball. I think Coach Silverfield does a great job. I thought going into the game that they were really good on defense. And for us to do what we did offensively today doesn't shock me by any stretch. I'm just super proud of our guys. Thought we played our tails off on offense. I thought Coach Cronick called an incredible game. Thought he kept them off balance all night. I thought he attacked them in all the right ways. We obviously didn't play well defensively. Sometimes, a good football team, sometimes defense carries a team, right? Sometimes the offense does, and you lose together and you win together, and certainly a lot to build off of on defense. We got to go look at some things, and hats off to them, though. They're a good football team. I'm glad I don't have to see Seth Hennigan again, unless they can find another redshirt year for him or something. I won't have to see him again. He's a really good player. There was a point in the game we were kind of, we said just let him run the football. We're going to play coverage, and probably should have just kept playing defense instead of kind of playing not to lose. I thought we had our guys on their heels a little bit, and it's hard to play a really good offense when you're doing that. I didn't think we tackled well defensively tonight, which is a little unusual for us, and they had a lot to do with that. But I'm really, really happy for our players. They deserve a win like this. It's a monumental win for our program and the things we want to do, and couldn't be more proud. I mean, these guys deserve victory. They deserve a win like that, and I'm proud that they got it. And I just can't say enough good things about our players and our staff, and just a great team win. I mean, I'd like to have done some things better, but it's a win, and over a really, really good football team. And so I'm ecstatic about that. So if I don't seem to be, that's not the case. I'm just worn out, and just the highs and lows of that game. But the thing I was really pleased with too was just, we talked about handling adversity. We knew there were going to be peaks and valleys in the game, and I thought in the first half, they came out and scored the first drive. The second drive was a 3-and-out, and they came back, they scored, and we went 3-and-out again. First drive on offense was a 3-and-out. Next time we get the ball, we go down and score. And so, what I love about our team is we're a team that doesn't flinch. We move on to the next play. We got short memories, and our guys are fighters, and they're winners, and I'm proud of them.
Do you think it's a program-defining win in a lot of ways? That's the team that's picked to win the conference.
Yeah.
You're trying to put together a winning season for the first time since 19, and you're 3-0, and you've clearly made a statement that you're a contender in the conference.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a statement. I mean, it's a team that was picked to win our conference, and the team that won 10 games a year ago had a lot of people back. It's a game you need to win, if you want to win the conference. And so, yeah, it's a breakthrough win for us. Now, I don't hand out trophies, for 3 wins or being 2-0 in the conference. And we got a lot of work to do. And we had a big, tough opponent next week that had a bye week before us. So, I want our guys to enjoy this. When they come in on Monday, we got to watch it, learn from it, grow from it, flush it, and then move on and get ready for the next one. When we got the kind of guys that will do that. I'm not worried about our guys choking on the sugar by any stretch.
Most points by a Navy team in 3 games since 1918, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Ross.
Strauss has them, man. I'm telling you.
I think it was actually 1917. No, 1918.
Yeah.
What is it about the way that Drew Connick's shaping this offense? I mean, it's a lot of the same guys from last year, but they're doing things that you couldn't have seen last year.
Yeah, it's a new offense. It's the first year, and we're accomplishing that, scoring a lot of points. It's just, it's really incredible, the job that he's done. And there's a lot of credit to be given to the rest of the offensive staff. You look at the things we're doing. Ivan Jasser's been a triple option guy for a long, long time. He's a really good football coach. And so you're taking some of the things that Coach Cronick's always done. You're merging it with some of the things that we've done here in the past. And Coach Cronick will tell you, man, we're learning as we go. We're kind of figuring this thing out, and we're a nice mixture of what he's done and what we've done here right now, and it's a problem. It's hard to defend. He's a great play caller, a great leader, great demeanor. And the dynamic on that side of football is really, really positive, and it's really good right now. And those guys are believing in what we're doing, and so couldn't be more proud of the job the offensive staff is doing.
Hey, Coach, Blake did a little bit of everything today, running the ball and throwing and even catching a pass there. Can you just expand on his performance today? I think third most total yards in a long time.
That's saying a lot, right? I thought he was outstanding today. Just his decision making, throwing the football on target. His ability to run, kick and run. And that's been the most impressive thing with me. I didn't know how effective runner he was going to be, and he's been that. And his ability to get us in the right plays, make the right decisions, and run the offense. I'm blown away by his progress, in a year. And coming into this game, he really only played 5 quarters. And you look at his overall production, I mean, it's incredible. Right now, he's playing at a really, really high level, and he's only going to get better.
So going back to Coach Cronick's wing T, I mean, through 3 games, what's impressed me the most is just the diversity. There's so much there, and one thing builds off another. Yeah. He's utilizing so many different playmakers. It's Heidenreich, it's Chatman, it's Texa. Yeah. He's getting the ball to tight ends. I mean, there's just a lot of diversity to the attack.
Yeah, we've got some really good players on offense. He's got a great supporting cast. There's not just one guy that's a big play guy. All those guys you just mentioned are all big play guys, and so and I think our O-line, like Coach Ramos done and Coach Lorne done a terrific job with those guys, and they're playing really, really hard. That's the thing that I think gets overlooked a little bit, is just how hard we're playing on offense, not just the execution stuff, but you look at the numbers. You rush for almost 400 yards, and you're 10 out of 14 throwing the ball. Deadly efficient, and that's the formula around here. So we're lights out on offense. I wish we could have gotten the ball back to them a little more in the second half, but just couldn't be more thrilled with the job they're doing over there.
Can you talk about the exclamation point that Ray put on it with the interception return for a touchdown? He had failed to recover the onside kick moments earlier, and he more than made up for that. Yeah,
he did, and really proud of Ray. That's a great example of some major adversity. We're on our heels right there. We've given up 2 touchdowns. The onside kick, and then he finds a way to make a play and puts an exclamation point on it. So, tell you what, it's nice not to have to play great defense around here and win. You know what I mean? It's awesome. So I'm so proud. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but I couldn't be more happy for our players. I mean, they deserve this, especially the older guys. They've been through a lot. They stayed the course. They continue to believe in our staff, and I just love this for them.
And once again, a ton of big plays. The explosive plays are really, it's been every game now. The explosive long game.
Yeah, and it's the name of the game. It's creating them offensively, and it's not giving them up on defense. We had more of them maybe tonight than they did, not by much, but when if you can make people earn things, and that's what our goal was tonight, and they earned it with some big plays. Offenses are going to screw some things up. It's very rare that you see 10, 12, 14 play drives anymore. And so, but we got to do a much better job of not giving up the big explosive plays on defense. When we do that, we're pretty good. But they got us on our heels a little bit, and that's kind of on us as a staff, on me. My thought process when we're up 19 is let's keep everything in front of us, which we didn't do a great job of. Let them run the football. I don't care what they get, but we didn't tackle well. And we had a couple of new things we were doing with our coverage, specifically for Memphis, and didn't execute that really well at times. And so we'll go back and look at it. I'm sure there's a lot of good, but there's a lot to clean up and fix. I don't feel any different about our defense that I did going into this game. I don't feel any different about Coach Volker. He's a hell of a coach. We got a great defensive staff, and just one of those games. Just one of those games. You're playing a really good Memphis team with a probably NFL quarterback and a few more players on that roster are NFL players as well. So super talented football team, and it's great to beat them.
So after Blake broke the 90-yard touchdown run, you're up by 19 points midway through the fourth quarter. Yeah. Were you almost in shock that they had the ball with a chance to take the lead there at the end?
Yeah, I was. It's a great way to describe it. You feel like, are we going to blow this thing, And like I said, I thought we played not to lose on defense there, and that's not how we play football around here. And we just got to play defense there, and that's on me a little bit. So I'll take ownership of that one. But you always got to play to win, And I think I made a mistake there, and just my messaging to Coach Volker and what I wanted to do right there. But that's on me.
Defensively in the first half, you guys, you mentioned the 3 and outs. Also, you guys, held them to a field goal late. What was the approach to Hennigan this afternoon? What were you guys able to get accomplished before intermission?
Yeah, well, I keep saying we didn't want to give up the big play. And we wanted to make them earn everything that they got, and felt like we dropped 8 a bunch, and we thought we could hold up in the run game doing that, and didn't hold up great. When we did bring pressure, we didn't fit the run game up very well. It popped through there a couple times on us. I just didn't think we fit things exceptionally well, and we didn't tackle very well. We've been really good stopping the run around here, and I think we were very good tonight. And we got to go back and look at it and see what we got to get cleaned up, obviously. And credit to Memphis. They're a big, physical offensive line. Their running backs are really good players that run hard. So it's tough to stop the run in a 3 down front when you're dropping 8 playing coverage. And probably did that a little more than maybe we should have.
And back to Blake, it seemed like on a couple of his passes, his receivers were just able to get separation. What was the approach? What were you guys able to take advantage of in the passing game?
Yeah, well, when the secondary's playing downhill and you're firing corners and the safeties are downhill, they're really good in the secondary and they're really aggressive back there. You got to make them pay for it when they do that, and I thought we did. I thought Drew, like I said, called a really good game, kept them off balance with some play actions and some boots and things like that. We took advantage of their aggressive play. That's what you have to be able to do in this offense. You run it, and they're downhill, and you run by them. You get their eyes in the wrong place. I think we did a lot formationally. You saw a shift in our offensive line, and getting them to adjust, and that affects people. So. Yeah, it's good. And when you can run the ball like that and get people open in the back end and hit the targets, that's a good formula.
You surpassed even what you've done in the first 2 games by putting 46 on a team like that. 56.
56, yeah. A little bit of help from the defense, but I hope we got some believers now. I'll say that. I'm sure with Temple and Bucknell, people were not 100% certain of what our offense could do, but we knew what we could do the whole time. And I think coming into this game, we didn't want to be overzealous, but I think we had a lot of confidence in ourselves with the playmakers, with Alex, Daba, these 2 guys, our offensive line playing their butts off. Sorry, I almost said something I shouldn't have. And so I think to put up 56 points against a team who just let up 12 points to an undefeated team last season in Florida State, I don't know much more to say other than kudos to every single guy that got in the game today on offense. They played their butts off.
What can you say about Coach Cronic? I mean, this is an offense that he pretty much invented, that he's evolved over the years. He's been successful wherever he's been, and he's shown up here at Navy. And I don't know if you all heard the stat, but the amount of points you've scored in the first 3 games is the most since 1918.
1918?
We weren't alive.
Not even close. I think the biggest thing is we're just having fun. Playing with him, he's a great guy, and we're just having fun, and he's having fun. And, just his ability to, I think, see the game 3 series ahead and set plays up, draw plays up, have the mindset to let, Alex Teska or Eli Heidenreich try and throw the ball. And, the stats may say I had a lot of passing yards, but it's almost his passing yards for just getting the guys so wide open on all our play calls. I don't know how many guys were even in the vicinity of many of the passes I threw. So I think that's more of his ability as just a play caller, and just letting us, him trusting us trusting him, and I think it's just a great relationship.
Yeah, I mean, for all you guys, the creativity that you guys are able to put on this field this year is just something that you just would not have seen last year. I mean, can each of you just describe a play that you were able to execute today that just felt something completely new?
The one play that I caught a touchdown, I was wide open. I mean, I feel like everything that we've been doing, is just going to set that thing up. Coach Cronic, he's like a mastermind, so all of that really just like set that up, and then everything Eli did last week set that up, and then everything builds off of each other and make magic happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, it really does start up front with we're hammering the run game and getting the safeties and the linebackers to flow forward and away from us. The specific play I had today, the play I scored on, it was anyone on our team would have been able to do that. It was just a simple post route, and the safety had his eyes in the backfield, and I just slipped right past him, and easy throw and catch. So.
Yeah, I think you think about the creativity, but honestly, some of the stuff that's been most effective for us has honestly been going back to some of our option routes. And, it does catch people off balance because you come in and you say wing T, wing T, wing T, and they don't expect you to run the option. But I think, we were really effective in running that today. And so I think that, that's a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like as the game went on, you go from these nice little 20-yard passes, short little touchdowns, and all of a sudden, I mean, you break open for what would have been a 69-yard touchdown, and then following that, a 90-yard touchdown. I mean, how does the confidence just build during the game?
I would say that just kind of seeing your teammates play for each other, I think that, we throw around the word brotherhood a lot, but I think it really means something different here. And it's something we talk about a lot, around our coaches bring it up a lot, the players bring it up a lot, and it's just really looking to the left and the right of you and know that those dudes are going to do anything that they can in their power to make sure that you're successful and that the team is successful. So that's the big thing, just having that trust, and that really just promotes that confidence.
Starts in the off season, we've been putting in that work since last season ended, and we just been building that bond together. We're working hard together. You see your brother to your right and your left struggling just like you, and that just pushes you to keep going. And that goes all the way throughout the summer, all the way to fall camp. We put in the work, put in the new offense, and just kept it going. And we're not done yet.
Blake, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of tape on Memphis, their 3-game stretch, including last Saturday. What did you guys expect to see from them today defensively, and what were you guys able to take advantage of in the first half?
Yeah, so we expected something pretty similar to what we saw last year with the carryover with their coordinators and their coaches. And then, honestly, the Florida State film was they just sort of threw some craziness at Florida State, and it worked for them. But we knew they'd have to be a little more structured against us. That just wouldn't work. And so, they had a little bit of nuances to what we expected. But overall, I just think that we had a better game plan than they did. It's just the honest truth.
Question for Eli or Brandon. Today felt like an 8-hour game for I'm sure out there. The satisfaction of, yes, there were plays missed, there was this, there was that, but at the end of the day, you guys are 3-0. What even it's just 3 wins, but what satisfaction do you get from eking out today's W?
The way I look at it, we expected it to happen, so it's not a surprise to any of us. Feels good, feels great, but we take it one game at a time, so we put this one aside, and we're ready to go 1-0 next week and end up 4-0. Keep going.
Something I'd like to add on is just when you look at the things that all of the midshipmen here and us included are doing day by day. You got 5 classes in a day, waking up every single day at 7 a.m. We don't do the normal things that players like Memphis, the players at Memphis do, or just anywhere else in the country. And I think we really take pride in those things, and that our life isn't easy. So we come out here and we just continue doing what we're doing back at school. So.
Your teammate Alex said earlier in the week that a win over Memphis would be putting the conference on notice a little bit. Now that you guys have done that, is it safe to say that you guys have now done that?
I would say so. I think they were 26th in the AP poll, 23rd in the coaches poll. So I would say that. I think I wouldn't say that we couldn't say that we felt disrespected by our preseason rankings and for the AAC and such, because we hadn't done anything to prove that we were better than that at that point. So we write those things down. We take note of them. We don't let them define us at all. We just we want to put them on notice, show them who we are, that type of thing.
Onside kick you weren't able to come up with, but you made up for it in a big way by putting the exclamation point, putting finishing touches on that win.
Yeah, something we definitely harp on is going 1-0, whether that's a game or whether that's a play or whatever. So just being able to have the next play mentality, knowing we're not. You can put the ball down basically anywhere, and we're going to have the confidence that we can go make a stop. So just going out there with that confidence and being able to play free definitely helped out.
Colin, you heard that stat, 20 tackles, leading the FBS for this week. And what does that mean to you to in that big day that you had today?
It's great, but most important thing was winning this football game, and we did. So I'm so proud of this entire team. Like, we deserve this. So super proud of all the guys. Defensively, we have to be better. We're going to fix some things, and we're going to go rolling into next week.
Colin?
There's been a lot of games that the defense won for Navy over the last few years when the offense has had struggles. Does it feel good to have the offense pick you up on this occasion when you had difficulty against a very high-powered offense?
Yeah, when the offense has our back, we can be a special team, as you see today. And now if we can get all three phases to click at once, we can be a really special team.
Rayuan, if you could take us through the pick six, the play, the coverage, what you guys were expecting and what you saw and what you were able to take advantage of.
Yeah, definitely. So, really, I was just playing middle runner in that instinct. And so that's basically the time when I could just look at the quarterback and go wherever he's looking. And so I seen the tight end or whatever, he broke down, and I seen the quarterback staring him down. Seen the ball in the air and just went to make a play. And we was able to finish the game, so it was nice.
And for any of the three of you, you guys in the first half, you were able to really kind of dictate with some 3-and-outs. You guys also held them to a field goal when they got into the red zone late. What was the approach against Hennigan in the passing game for Memphis?
Yeah, we just want to keep things in front of us. Like I said, we have a lot of things to improve on. We would like to get off the field a whole lot more than we did. But again, ultimately, we won this game. We're going to go back to the film, watch what we have to improve on, and get ready for UAB.
And Andrea, if you could talk about the tip on the fourth down play there, again, the coverage, what you were looking for, what you were able to take advantage of.
So basically I was all in one on that coverage. Ran a post. We knew the route concepts pretty similar to last year. Knew what they were going to run in the red zone. Mentality is 3s, not 7s. And so saw the ball, made a play on it, celebrated with my teammates.
Yeah, Rayuan, just to go back to that pick at the end, I imagine you weren't feeling great right before that, thinking like Memphis is going to score, I can't believe this is happening. And then all of a sudden you're running just an open field and, the mids are piling onto the field and, the victory is yours. What is that emotion like for you?
I would say for the most part, I expected it to happen. At no point did I think that Memphis was going to score on us. I knew we were going to make a stop somehow, and it just happened to be me. So, it feels good. We won the game. We were able to celebrate, so that was awesome.